Hey guys, we are an Adventure with Nick and Rachel, and we bring you the best places to hike and explore in the southeast and more. And today we are doing a backpacking trip. We are in the Elkmont region of the Great Smoky Mountains, and we are taking Little River Trail about 7 miles to backcountry campsite number 30, where we'll put up camp, spend the night for the night, and then hike back out in the morning. So let's get going. Lightweight backpackers. I've got the Gregory Diva 70 liter and I feel like an ant, like hauling all my supplies out here. But like, especially Nick, he's got to carry all his camera gear, and we both have separate tents and sleeping bags and everything, so maybe we'll reduce down after this trip, but definitely not lightweight this time. So we've done this trail before. On one of our anniversary trips, we did Husky Branch Falls, and we just really love this area. It's got the Elkmont Ghost Town, the Troll Bridge, Husky Branch Falls, Avent Cabin, and we've done a video on all of those, and you can find them in our Smoky Mountains playlist if you want to check those out. But we just really love this area. It's just so beautiful and peaceful, and that's why we chose it to do our backpacking trip, because we're familiar with the area and we love it, and it's just we're gonna sleep amazing tonight right by this river. I just love it. It's so peaceful to have the river running right by you the whole time. It's just a really beautiful area. So yeah, that's why we chose this trail. Look at this size of that tree out there. I mean, that thing is massive. It's alive in some parts, but dead in other parts. It's about as big as those boulders. It's huge. So we've been down here when it's like the river's gushing, but we've never seen the logs piled up that much. I mean, that's
definitely caused over time, but still, that's just like so much power in that water when it gets going. So you gotta watch out for the flash floods for sure.
Yeah, and for it to be that high up, like, that's crazy.
I tell you what, every time I see someone fly fishing out here, it makes me want to put down my pack and get a fishing pole. It's like I'm 100% doing that, and if I don't do it this year, I'm gonna be doing it next year. It looks so fun. I want to get into fly fishing. I did it one time in North Carolina when I was like 13 years old, and I've been wanting to do it ever since.
So we were walking this section, and we scared a bear, and he like took off, scared us to death, because I look up and there's like a bear face like right there, and he just like took off.
I don't think he went far. He's literally on the other side of that hill.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't stop. He just bolted out of sight and then stopped. He would have, because he was loud as crap whenever he was sitting like right on that, where that tree is right there. He was kind of sitting in that bush right past her head.
Yeah.
And he messed up all the leaves and stuff right there and jumped up the hill real fast, and then we didn't hear him after that. So he's on the other side of that hill somewhere. But I ain't chasing after him.
That's the closest I've ever been to a bear.
I've been around a bunch of them up here, like in the North Georgia mountains camping and stuff when I was a teenager. So I'm pretty used to it, but if they scare you, they sound like a bulldozer coming through the woods. So they can scare you, but they are definitely, we probably scared him half to death coming around. The dance light took off like that.
across is campsite number 24, and there's actually quite a few camping sites in this area, and we believe ours is just right across the creek following that little trail, so that's where we're headed. We had a stream crossing at campsite 24 and didn't have my walking stick out, and the rocks were super slick and I ended up falling, and I'm soaked all the way down to my shoes. I fell over like a turtle on my pack, so the back of my pack is a little wet.
Well, at least their pack saved you.
Yeah.
Well, your back anyway.
Saved my back.
I should have said something about the pole, but I was trying to get the shot and I forgot about it. But I forgot, we don't really bring them on a lot of hikes either. Anyway.
We'll laugh at it later.
Yeah, I guess so. I'll play the clip for you guys.
Yeah.
Right now, she hurt her hand, so it hurts.
Yeah.
It sucks now.
I mean, it's just gonna be a big bruise. It's nothing like serious. But
oh well, I guess you got an extra pair of clothes.
yeah, thank goodness.
So we'll dry those out on the lines tonight, and you can wear those when we get to the campsite.
Yep.
Coming through those two trees back there is pretty rough, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Had to squeeze through those two little maples or whatever they are back there.
Yeah.
With these big old packs, it was quite the task. Yeah, so if you're coming through here, definitely be careful. There's some arrows on the rocks back there, right where it looks like it ends right there. If you look down, there's an arrow and it's like pointing this direction. There's also a little arrow on that tree, so just, if you're hiking this trail, be on the lookout for that.
Made it.
And we got a little visitor at our camp. Let's go look.
It's a little deer.
There's a deer right here in the woods. I just seen. Well, if I see him again, I'll film him. But this is our campsite.
We gotta put up our tents.
We gotta. There's several river crossings. We had to actually get wet up to our knees. Rachel's already fell once, but I wasn't wet all the way up until that, and now I gotta. Everything's soaked right when. 2 steps before we get to the campsite. There's a river crossing. It's pretty deep, so now we're wet. We got to dry everything out and put up our camp. When we get everything set up, we'll get back with you. I don't want to get too close to him. If that's where he's bedding down, we'll leave him alone. But that's pretty cool. He's at the campsite when we came in here. There's another campsite. As we walked in, we came up that little path right there through that river, and right across these little woods behind that deer is another group of campers, and they were filming that deer as we walked up. That's why we knew it was there, but they walked right over here to our campsite now, so now they're just kind of chilling.
Hey guys, quick reminder, if you like this video, please make sure to actually hit that like button. It really does help support our channel. And if you'd like to support our channel further, hit this awesome thanks button. It's a way to support our channel monetarily if you so wish. Thank you guys for all your support. Let's get back to it. So we got our camp all set up, we got our food going, letting it sit and get hot, and we got the campfire started, or ready to get started in about 30 minutes or so. And we brought little fairy lights to go on our tent to make it look cute and give us extra light. Was it worth bringing them in? No. Will we take them again? Probably not. But I mean, it looks cute and it offers a little bit of extra light, so once in a one-time thing.
Yeah, probably. And might get a decent little picture out of it, but other than that, I think it was pretty much a waste.
Yeah.
Maybe if they were, I've seen some that were made for backpacking that were lightweight and you could stick on your tin or whatever, and all those are pretty cool, and I couldn't get them in time, so I ordered those on Amazon, and they're a lot heavier and bulkier than what I thought they were going to be. So I brought them anyway, but next time if we use them, we'll get some better ones. Technically we really don't even need it, but it's pretty cool to have, I guess. Yeah, I'm starving. Give this thing a try. Oh man, it smells so good. Even though there's no meat in it, it's pretty good. It's like a deconstructed nachos. It's real good. I like it. Definitely go with this brand again, even though they're a little bit more pricey. Can't wait to try yours. Alright, first impressions of the Tuscan grilled chicken Alfredo. Good?
Good. For sure.
I know mine's good. After hiking 7.2 miles in here and skipping lunch, feels amazing to have something hot in your stomach.
Yeah, all we had for lunch was one Taco Bell taco. Well,
that's because we didn't want to hike on in a full stomach, but usually when I go to Taco Bell, I eat the whole menu. I'm like, give me a T7, two extra soft tacos, a chips and cheese, and a $5 or a 5-layer beef burrito or whatever. So that little taco ain't doing nothing. So, man, it hit the spot though. So, what do you rate that one? Out of 10, what's your number?
Since it's the only one I've had, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. So from here, it's gonna be judged against that.
Yeah, that's really good.
I'm gonna try it now. Okay.
Okay. I want to mine.
Already said yes. Oh, a line right there. Filter, and you press, and all the water goes up into the container. So you find a flat surface. I'm gonna do it on this front right here. You turn the knob to the green. It has a rubber bottom so it don't really slip, and then you have these little rubber pads you just press. And that little knob lets air out so you can push in easier. Boom! Clean water. All the clean water's in there. Alright, so basically we're just cleaning up camp and we're about to put all of our food away in the bear bags. Bear bags is right down the trail, away from the camp, and we're just gonna get the fire started and chill. And that was a delicious dinner, especially after a long day. We had a definitely much needed calories and energy because we were pretty beat. It was a little rough spot back there, like at the end for the last 2 miles or so. Alright, so we are about to light the fire, and we're going to be using these Fireplugs from Bigfoot Bushcraft. Basically you just break them and let some of the fibers start to show, and once they start showing you give it a little light, and this thing has a great burn time, and it's actually waterproof. You could light it, put it under water, and it still burn. So if you're starting fires in the rain or anything like that, this is definitely like windproof and waterproof. Once you get it going, it ain't going out. Toss that right in there. And we have a link to this in our description of our video, so if you want to check them out. They're a company based out of Colorado, small company, and they make great stuff. We've been using them for quite a while now, every time we go camping. And we've turned a bunch of friends onto them, so now they use them. And yeah, great quality stuff, and that'll burn. That's all. That fire plug's still burning under all them leaves. And it just goes up in flames. And now we're just gonna sit outside the fire and enjoy the rest of the night. It's just so peaceful right now. So we kicked off our shoes. I got some flip-flops. Thank God we brought flip-flops. Our shoes are propped up. My shoes right there, our shoes right there, and we got our socks on the rock. Hopefully they don't melt away, but her socks are right there. I got old blisters that are literally so soggy right now that they could just be probably pushed off with my thumbs if I wanted to. But Like the ones that turn to callus, and all you hikers know what I'm talking about. But it's hard to get rid of them once they start, I guess. But we are really enjoying our time out here. We're finally just getting a break now after eating dinner and settling down. And what do you think?
Very peaceful.
Yeah, the smoke's blowing me right now. So we're about to do the fire merry-go-round. Move the chair. I'm gonna go right over there, and it's gonna be right back in my face. So, yeah. Man, if you just listen, there's nothing but sounds of river and wind.
The best sounds.
Campfire crackling.
So we're just sitting by the fire and enjoying the peace and quiet. Just listening to the breeze and the crackling of the fire and the river by us. It's perfect. It's the perfect moment, and we're gonna enjoy it. So, good night.
Alright, so I didn't sleep much last night just because I had I pulled something in my neck yesterday when I was hiking. It kept me up pretty much all night long, but it was a peaceful night just listening to the wind and everything. So it's going to be a nice hike out of here today with hardly no sleep, but I'm going to enjoy it anyway. We're going to get going here in a minute, and I'm going to get up out of this bed and eat some snacks, a little breakfast or whatever, a little breakfast bar. It's my view right now.
So how'd you sleep?
Yeah, I could have slept better, but you're right here, and I have never heard somebody make so much noise on their air mattress. Like, you flopped and flipped and flopped and did gymnastics all night long.
I couldn't get my neck to feel better. It felt like it was like a nerve was pinched like everywhere I put my head, so that's why I was moving so much. I mean, I didn't get probably maybe 5 minutes of sleep the whole night, so it's gonna be fun trying to get out of here. You want to show us what's in your tent?
Sure. Okay, so we got my air mattress, which is a Big Agnes Ultra Air Core, and that fits
What's
me.
the dimensions on it?
It's 20 by 72.
20 by 72. I used to sleep on that, and it was literally like I both my shoulders were hanging off the sides. But I got me a bigger one now. So what's your pillow?
My pillow is a Nemo.
It's a Nemo?
Yep.
The same one I got. We both picked one up yesterday. It's real nice.
It's really comfortable. This top part is like super soft, and it's got kind of like a little bit of like a cushion inside.
Alright, what's your quilt are you using? We've had this for a while. This is, we've used this a bunch, but I don't think we've ever videoed it.
Yeah, it's Catabatic Gear.
Catabatic Gear. And that's not the customized one, that's just the bought straight from.
Yep.
So yeah, that's a nice little quilt there. Check out Catabatic Gear if you haven't. They make some good stuff. We're not sponsored by any of these people, but it's good quality stuff.
I love my quilt.
And then your
And
tent.
my tent is the Nature Hike Cloud Up 1.
Your tent. So I picked this up. We've heard nothing but good reviews about this brand. So I picked it up, and what did you think about it? This is the first time she actually got to use this one.
Yeah, it's really good. I like it. I mean, it fits me perfect. It's definitely a one-person tent.
It did not rain last night, but all the reviews we looked at, all the seams on this thing are double stitched or whatever, and it's got like that tape or whatever, so the reinforced seams. And we watched people do like 2-3 day, rainstorm camps with this thing, and it also has several ways you can put it up. Like you can just use the bottom part, the footprint, and take off the footprint and the rain fly, and you ain't got to have the net if you don't want to. So and it does come with the footprint, which is cool. So a lot of tents don't, and That one, you paid for it. I had to pay for my big Agnes.
About $60 for your footprint.
Well, it was more than that. It was like 80 something, I think, new, and I ended up paying like 40 at the REI garage sale. But yeah, those footprints ain't cheap. So if you're looking for like some good budget gear, definitely check them out. Like I said, we're not sponsored by these brands, but if you're looking for a good budget tent, especially if you want to get into like hiking or backpacking, check these out, and you ain't got to break the bank. Like that one, I think cost me $550 for the Copper Spur 2. What's up?
And it's easy to put up.
Yeah, it is easy to put up. So yeah, check these out. Comes with everything you need, stakes, all that stuff, man. It's pretty customizable.
And the poles are just one big pole.
Yeah, it's just one big pole. You ain't got to have like 4 cross sets. It's all connected together, kind of like the big Agnes, if you know how that works.
All right, tell me about your tent and all you got in there.
All right, so what I brought on this trip was the big Agnes Copper Spur 2. Don't let that fool you. It's basically just big enough for a sleep mat. It says 2 people, but for a bigger person, you're not. If you went in there with no sleep mat, you could lay down 2 people in there, not comfortably, but starting to sprinkle. Yeah, I have my jacket with me. I also have the big Agnes Air Core Ultra. It's a 25 by 78. I'm gonna pull this out real quick because we're about to break down camp. I have the Nemo pillow. Rachel let me pick one of these up. This thing is super comfortable. And I have my customized Enlightened Equipment quilt. And this was built exactly how I wanted it. You can go on their website and check it out. They make really good stuff along with Rachel's quilt. She has a Catabatic, but this one was built customized for me. I really like this tent, or this quilt. And then I brought this get out gear, little quilt, just an extra liner in case it dropped in the, really cold. And I like to use this sometimes to put behind my neck for an extra support or whatever, because it's pretty light. It's under a pound. And we have that. We have like 2 of these. They work really well. So yeah, that's about it. And about to pack all this stuff up, and it's about to sprinkle, so we need to do it quickly, and then we're gonna start hit the trail. We're gonna shoot a review and get out of here.
Alright guys, so we are packed up and ready to go. We're gonna leave the campsite just as clean as when we got here. We're leaving a little bit earlier than we had planned on, just because this is gonna be a long 7.2 miles out because we didn't get much sleep. So yeah, looking forward to that. But yeah, so this campsite was really beautiful. It was really peaceful. We really love Little River Trail. The river surrounds us on like all 3 sides of this campsite, and so it's so peaceful with the breeze and the campfire last night and listening to the river. We just really loved it. So yeah, we're gonna head out now. Thank you guys for joining us. If you'd like to find your way back here, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on anything. We look forward to seeing you on our next adventure.